Play tuck on the room exhales. A softer sound begins to trail. Chairs return to quieter lines. Time loosens up but stays on time. Sunlight leans a little low, not enough to make me slow. I roll my shoulders, clear my sight. The work resumes, not forced, not light. No heaviness behind my eyes. No need to fight the lullaby. Every breath resets the pace, back into place. After lunch I'm still in motion, not rushed, not still. I let the focus find its ocean by its own will. After lunch the hours bend but don't collapse. I stay awake, I stay intent and keep the gaps. Screens dim down to something kind. Thoughts reconnect and realign. A cup returns, not for effect, just part of keeping things correct. The noise thins out, the room remains a steady hum without refrain. I don't push the energy, I let it come to me. No drifting down, no need to rise. No trick to keep me sharp and bright. Everything is finding ground around. After lunch I'm still in motion, clear enough to choose. I don't lose the thread I'm holding, I don't let it loosen loose. After lunch the pace is right, not fast, not late. I stay awake inside this light and navigate. If the afternoon pulls wide, I don't step out, I don't hide. Nothing asks me to restart, nothing tears the work apart. There's a rhythm in the low where consistency can grow. Just enough momentum left to be deft. Shadows shift across the floor like they've been here before. I reread what I just made, fix the tone, not the shade. This is where patience pays in ordinary ways. Not inspired, not asleep, just steady, deep. No fading edges in my head, no wish to trade this for a bed. Breathing even, posture set, aware, not spent. After lunch I'm still in motion, and that feels right. I don't borrow extra potion, I don't fight the light. After lunch the day continues clean and calm. I stay awake, I stay continuous in this form. After lunch still moving. The air shifts without a sound, like it's setting something down. Nothing drops, nothing bends, just a tension starting to end. Lights feel soft and not dim, edges blur but not within. I don't name what's coming next, I stay with what's left. No sleep, leaning on my name, no dream. Stepping in the frame, every sense still holds its line, defined. Just before the night loosens its grip, I stay awake, I stay exact. Nothing pulls my focus loose, nothing pulls me back. Just before the night loosens its grip and the hours thin, I remain right where I am, still clearly in. A chair rests where it was moved, nothing else needs to be proved. The city hums a lower key, less demand, more honesty. I reread lines I didn't this is where the weight releases in small pieces. No fatigue behind my eyes, no need to compromise. Everything remains aligned in time. Just before the night loosens its grip, I don't fade away, I don't borrow from the morning, I don't give today. Just before the night loosens its grip, I hold my ground. I stay awake inside this calm and listen to the sound. If the dark relaxes now, I don't follow, I don't bow. Nothing asks me to descend, nothing tells me to pretend. There's a clarity in release that doesn't come with peace, just the edge becoming kind to the mind. Outside lightens half a shade, not enough to feel like change. Inside stays exactly still, focused by its own will. Will I finish what I came to do? Not because the night is through, but because the moment's clean in between. No drifting under, no delay, no reason to look away. Breathe an even posture, right where tonight. Just before the night loosens its grip and the dark lets go, I remain awake, composed, I don't move too slow. Just before the night loosens its grip, I stay intact, I don't cross into tomorrow yet. I stay with this fact. The night loosens, I stay.
The room speaks softer than before, but every word is clear. Chairs don't scrape along the floor, they know the hour's near. The counter shines a muted line, not bright but well defined. Nothing asks me to lean back, nothing slips off track. No weight settling in my head, no need to lower what I said. Every thought still holds its form, still warm. Late evening, still articulate, I don't lose my ground. The night can wait outside the gate, I stay where I'm found. Late evening, nothing fades, nothing goes unnamed. I stay awake, intact, precise as the hours change. Voices blend into a tone that doesn't interrupt. Someone nods, then writes a note, enough but not abrupt. I reread lines with calmer eyes, they feel more honest now. This is where intention stays, without asking how. No drifting toward the dark, no need to miss the mark. Everything remains aligned in time. Late evening, still articulate, the focus holds. I don't trade it for escape, I don't let it fold. Late evening, steady hands, clear sight, I stay awake inside this calm without good night. If the night grows wider still, I don't stretch beyond my will. Nothing calls me to dissolve, nothing asks me to resolve. There's a strength in staying exact while the hours rearrange fact. Not resisting, not delaying, just remaining. The menu rests, the bar is clean, a quieter routine. Lights hum low but never dim, the room remembers me. I save my work not to be done, but to keep it whole. This is where the evening knows how far to go. No heaviness behind my eyes, no need to compromise. Breathing even, posture right, aware tonight. Late evening, still articulate, and that feels true. I don't disappear inside what the night might do. Late evening, clear and calm, I stay intact. I remain awake, composed inside this fact. Late evening, still here. Late evening, still here.
The street wakes up in smaller steps, not ready for a run. The light is clear but never sharp, it hasn't chosen one. Cups line up along the bar like they've been here all along. Nothing asks me who I am, nothing pulls me on. No rush hiding in the sound, no need to speed the ground. Every sense remains awake at a human pace. The morning arrives without urgency, and I move the same. I don't chase what it offers me, I don't name the day. The morning arrives calm and plain, with an open tone. I stay awake, aligned, intact, and let it be known. A door opens, closes twice, the rhythm learns its shape. Someone orders something warm, nothing feels at stake. Screens glow soft, a measured hue, hands begin their way. I don't force a starting line, I let it show itself. No sleep left in what I see, no night inside of me. Everything is clear and slow, ready to go. The morning arrives without urgency, and that feels right. I don't borrow coming light. The morning arrives and stays exactly so. I remain awake inside this phase and let it flow. If the day grows louder soon, I don't brace, I don't assume. Nothing breaks because it grows, nothing leaves because it shows. There's a strength in entering without needing anything, just enough attention paid to what's made. Sunlight rests on empty chairs, soon to fill but not yet. The room remembers how to be before the noise sets in. I write one line, then let it wait, not because I'm late, but because this hour knows how it goes. No drifting off, no race in mind, no piece of me left behind. Breathing even, posture straight, aware and awake. The morning arrives without urgency, and I arrive too. Nothing pulls my clarity out of you. The morning arrives steady, kind, and I remain awake, composed, aligned inside this frame. Morning new rise, I stay. Morning rests in even ground, nothing sharp and nothing loud. Light is calm, the room is wide, nothing competes inside my mind. I don't sort what comes and goes, everything already knows. The desk is still, the screen is clear, nothing urgent enters here. Light rests softly on the wall, no reminder, no call. I don't choose what stays or leaves, let the quiet do the weave. There's no sound that pulls me near, nothing here demands to steer. I don't guard and I don't mention, nothing competes for attention. Nothing competes for attention, no distraction, no correction. I don't hurry, I don't strain, everything remains in plain. Time moves gently, wide and slow, focus stays where it should go. Nothing competes for attention, this is how the morning holds. Coffee rests beside my hand like it understands the plan. Outside hums in distant tone, inside stays completely known. Thoughts appear then settle down, nothing fights to wear the crown. I don't rank and I don't choose, let them pass the way they move. I don't manage what appears, nothing here competes or fears. Morning holds the steady line, attention stay unified. Nothing competes for attention, no distraction, no correction. I don't hurry, I don't strain, everything remains in plain. Time moves gently, wide and slow, focus stays where it should go. Nothing competes for attention, this is how the morning holds. Work continues smooth and still, no resistance in the will. I remain with what is near, not distracted, not severe. Breathing even, posture light, attention stays within sight. In this calm I clearly see, focus works because it's free. I don't need to clear the space, Nothing's racing for first place. Every quiet moment spent keeps the balance permanent. Light remains and so do I. Neither rushing, neither shy. This is how the morning stays. Attention, calm and equal ways. Nothing competes for attention. No distraction, no correction. I don't hurry, I don't strain. Everything remains in plain. Time moves gently, wide and slow. Focus stays where it should go. Nothing competes for attention. This is how the morning holds. Morning keeps the level view. Nothing loud and nothing new. Calm remains, the work goes on. Attention stays as time moves on.
The door closes softer now, not shut, just understood. The room keeps only what it needs and lets the rest feel good. Lights stay low but never fade. They know exactly where to be. Nothing here is calling sleep, it's clarity. No weight behind my eyes, no blur in any line. Every sound is trimmed and clean, serene. It's quiet, but I'm still clear. Right where I stand, I don't sink into the silence. I still understand. It's quiet, but I'm still clear. Calm and exact, I stay awake, aligned, intact inside this track. The bass becomes a single step, still walking underneath. The drums speak once, then step aside. They don't repeat. A melody appears, then leaves, like it respects the time. This is where the night begins to find. No pull toward drifting down, no need to leave the sound. Everything remains in view, true. It's quiet, but I'm still clear, and that feels right. I don't trade my awareness for the night. It's quiet, but I'm still clear. I stay exact, awake, aligned and present in this act. If the dark moves closer now, I don't soften, I don't bow. Nothing fades because it's slow, nothing slows because it's slow. There's a strength in quiet tone when attention stands alone. Just enough stillness to remain sane. Outside settles into black, inside holds its line. I reread something I just wrote, it still feels fine. This is where the cafe rests without sleep. I don't lose the thread I hold, I keep. No drifting off, no heavy head, no wish I stayed in bed. Breathing even, posture straight, aware, awake. It's quiet, but I'm still clear, and I remain. Nothing pulls my clarity out of frame. It's quiet, but I'm still clear, still intact, awake, aligned
feels my will, not eager, just open. Light rests a little closer. Nothing's broken. The desk feels easy underhand. The cup bring a familiar plan. Nothing asking me to shift, nothing asking me to lift. Outside, the street sounds warmer now. Still distant, still contained. The sitting moves with softer edges, unstrained. I don't test the afternoon, I don't ask it why. I work inside the space it gives and let it try. There's no seesaw in the air, no push to prove or show. Everything cooperates and goes. A day feels more willing, I stay. I move through the softer hours this way. No resistance in the rhythm, no need to fail. The day feels more willing, and still. Screens glow gently, amberline. Messages arrive in between. They don't interrupt the flow, they already know. Keys repeat a steady line, not fast enough to press. Thoughts feel less divided now, coalesce. Time doesn't mean no goal ahead, it walks beside. It lets the afternoon remain wide. If I lean in, the balance stays. If I cause, nothing sways. Everything keeps holding form in warmer shades. The day feels more willing, I stay. I move through the softer hours this way. No resistance in the rhythm, no need to fail. The day feels more willing, and still. The air feels smoother than before, no edge against the floor. I don't miss the morning sharp, it's still apart. Outside, the clouds hang loosely, no threat to fall. Neither do I, I'm steady still. One smooth task, then one again, no cue to escalate. This is how the afternoon works when it cooperates. I don't need the day to push, I don't need it fast. If it meets me halfway, I'll last. No rise, no fall, no change of will, just staying workable. Feels more willing, I stay. I move through the softer hours this way. No resistance in the rhythm, no need to fail. The day feels more willing, and still more willing. Morning settles soft and clear, nothing sharp and nothing near. Light is even, air is kind. The day holds steady in the mind. I don't rush to name the hour, nothing here demands more power desk is still, the screen is calm, everything is evenly drawn. Light rests softly on the page, same calm tone, the same calm stage. I don't count what slips away, let the day stay this way. There's no signal asking more, nothing knocking at the door. I don't lean and I don't sway, let the moment hold its stay. The day holds steady, no acceleration, no ready. I don't hurry, I don't wait, everything aligns its weight. Time moves gently, wide and slow, focus stays where it should go. The day holds steady, this is how the morning lives. Ooh, this is how the morning lives. Coffee rests beside my hand, like it understands the plan. Outside hums in distant tone, inside stays completely known. Thoughts appear then softly rest, nothing here needs to be pressed. I don't gather, I don't choose, let them pass the way they move. I don't check what should improve, nothing here requires proof. Morning keeps the even thread, leading where it's already led. The day holds steady, no acceleration, no ready. I don't hurry, I don't wait, everything aligns its weight. Time moves gently, wide and slow, focus stays where it should go. The day holds steady, this is how the morning lives. Work continues smooth and light, no resistance left in sight. I remain with what is near, not distracted, not severe. Breathing even, posture light, attention stays within sight. In this calm I clearly see, steadiness is carrying me. I don't need a stronger pace, this position holds its place. Every quiet moment spent keeps the balance permanent. Light remains and so do I, neither rushing, neither shy. This is how the morning stays, steady in 1,000 ways. The day holds steady, no acceleration, no ready. I don't hurry, I don't wait, everything aligns its weight. Time moves gently, wide and slow, focus stays where it should go. The day holds steady, this is how the morning lives. Ooh, this is how the morning lives. Morning keeps the steady tone, nothing added, nothing gone. Calm remains, the work goes on. The day holds steady as time moves on. The day holds together until evening. No split, no fall. Everything stays connected, that's all. The desk feels complete where it stands, a cup ring, a steady hand. Nothing asking me to wrap it up, nothing asking me to begin again. Outside the street feels settled now, not louder, just full. The city moves like it knows how to be useful. I don't prepare the ending yet, I don't look too far ahead. I stay with what's already moving instead. There's no signal that this should change, no bell, no key. cue, everything keeps its shape and continues through. The day holds together until evening. I stay, I move through the remaining hours this way. No urgency closing things down, no need to retreat. The day holds together until evening. And I believe, I believe. Screens glow warm but not too dim. Messages arrive thin, thin. They don't pull me out of focus, they end gently. Keys repeat a familiar pace, not rush, not delayed. Thoughts feel settled in their place, like they'll stay. Time doesn't ask for resolution, it stays kind. It lets the afternoon finish in line. If I slow, the rhythm stays. If I pause, nothing frays. Everything keeps holding form as the light fades. The day holds together until evening. I stay, I move through the remaining hours this way. No urgency closing things down, no need to retreat. The day holds together until evening. And I believe the cup is empty, focus calm. The air feels softer in my palm. I don't rush to mark the time, it's fine. Outside, clouds gather slightly, but they don't fall, neither do I. I'm stable still. One small task, then one again. No cue to conclude. This is how the afternoon ends, still smooth. I don't need the day resolved, I don't need it done. If it holds together like this, I've won. No rise, no fall, no final scene, just staying in between. Together until evening, I stay, I move through the remaining hours this way. No urgency closing things down, no need to retreat. The day holds together until evening. And I believe holds together, I stay. Together this way. The light lowers gently and nothing breaks. The day is still cooperative, no friction, no delay. It responds when I move and stays that way. The desk feels ready underhand, a screen, a note, a working plan. Nothing asking me to adapt, nothing pulling me off track. Outside, the street keeps its rhythm, not loud, not shy. The city works like it understands the why. I don't negotiate the moment, I don't push it through. I let the day stay cooperative and do what I everything meets me halfway right here. The day is still cooperative. I stay, I move through the late afternoon this way. No force leaning on the processed, no need to overcompensate. The day is still cooperative and straight. Screens glow neutral, clean and flat. Messages arrive intact. They don't interrupt the sequence, they align. Keys repeat a steady phrase, not rushed, not late. Thoughts remain connected to the task. Time doesn't challenge what I'm doing, it assists. It lets the late afternoon continue unresisted. If I lean in the balance stays, if I lean in the balance stays. If I pause, nothing frays. Everything keeps holding form as it plays. The day is still cooperative. I stay, I move through the late afternoon this way. No force leaning on the process, no need to overcompensate. The day is still cooperative and straight. The cup is empty, focused, stable. The air feels clear and usable. I don't wait for a softer sign, there isn't one outside. Clouds shift shape again, but don't fall, neither do I. I'm steady still. One small task, then one again. No cue to renegotiate. This is how the late afternoon works when the day cooperates. I don't need the day persuaded, I don't need it bent. If it keeps responding like this, I'm content. No rise, no fall, no argument, just staying competent. The day is still cooperative. I stay, I move through the late afternoon this way. No force leaning on the process, no need to overcompensate. The day is still cooperative and straight. Cooperative, I stay still cooperative this way. The work continues without resistance. The light stays useful, not bright, not dim. It knows where I'm working and stays with it. The desk feels steady, unchanged. A cup ring, a familiar page. Nothing asking me to wrap it up, nothing saying I should change. Outside, the street sounds measured, still active, still clean. The city keeps doing its job like a machine that's calm. I don't slow the second half, I don't speed it through. I let the light keep being useful, and I do too. There's no signal telling me this should be less. Everything still works the same at this level. The light stays useful, I stay. I move through the long afternoon this way. No glow asking me to soften, no shadow to excuse. The light stays useful, and so do I. So do I. Screens glow clear without glare. not delayed. Thoughts feel lined up with the task we're placed. Time doesn't thin what I'm doing, it holds firm. It lets the afternoon keep going long. If I lean in, the balance stays. If I pause, nothing fades. Everything keeps holding form as it was made. The light stays useful, I stay. I move through the long afternoon this way. No glow asking me to soften, no shadow to excuse. The light stays useful, and so do I. The cup is empty, focus full. The air feels clear and workable. I don't look for a closing tone, there isn't one. Outside clouds shift shape slowly, no sign to fall, neither do I. I'm steady still, one small task, then one again. No cue to conclude. This is how the afternoon works when light stays useful. I don't need the light warmer, I don't need it low. If it keeps doing what it does, I'll go. No rise, no fall, no change in use, just staying useful. The light stays useful, I stay. I move through the long afternoon this way. No glow asking me to soften, no shadow to excuse. The light stays useful, and so do I. Stays useful, I stay useful, I stay useful this way. The day continues uninterrupted.
The light steps a fraction closer. No bear, no plane. It narrows a distance that stays the same. The desk feels steady, unchanged. The screen, a note, a workable range. Nothing asking me to slow the hands, nothing altering the plan. Outside, the street reflects a touch more blow. Still measured, still low. The city adjusts its distance, not speed. I don't reach toward the brightness, I don't hide. I let the light step closer at my side. There's no invitation in the shift, no cue to leave. Everything continues clearly between. The light steps a fraction closer, I stay. I move through the late afternoon this way. No one pulling focus and word, no claim. The light steps a fraction closer and slightly warm. This
messages arrive with foam. They don't soften the line of far they pass. Keys and Peter, Mandarin line, not a rush, not slow. The space between the sounds feels whoa. Time doesn't rename the process, it exists. That's the late afternoon continue. I just everybody in the balance stays. If I pause, nothing sways. Everything keeps holding form as it plays. The light steps a fraction closer. I stay. Sperm, the air feels warmer, still service the war. I don't label the difference. It's fine. Outside, melting without breaking. Still no cue to stop. Even though I'm steady still. One small pass, then one again. No cue to persuasive.